Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae. In the last part, all our stuff got stolen by Rescue, and now we need to end the game off. Hi, Mimic. How are you doing today? Rescue has all 4 stones. This is a disaster. Our only chance now is to locate her hideout and stop her before it's too late. Maybe if you fly to the highest point, you can get a better view of the island. It's the only hope we have left, so get to it. Alright there, Sean Connery. Now, I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to figure out where you have to go next other than just plain exploring. Because highest points, you're probably going to think Mount Pointy, but you're wrong about that actually. We need to head just east of Oasis Town for some reason. I don't get how this is the highest point. Maybe it's just the highest vertical point in the skyline? I'm not sure. Either way, fly up here and you'll eventually find this thing. So this must be the legendary spy scope I keep hearing about. Who goes there? Ah! What was that? Know that if you wish to look through me, I must first look through you. I certainly hope you mean through my heart or soul or something. Of course that's what I mean. Here now, I see that you wish to only save a peaceful people from horrible fate at the hands of evil. Look now through the eyepiece and choose your destination. I guess I've got nothing to lose. Let's see. Sky, ocean, Doctor Wily's Fortress from Mega Man 11. Wait, what? That's it! Risky must be hiding out on that island. By my power, I will send you there. Okay, but if you send me there by magic, how do I get back? Simply stand in my light and you will be returned. And what he means by that is, as soon as we enter the final area here, there's a bit of a light spot to the left you can enter, and you'll immediately get teleported back. If you have anything you want to do left in the overworld, which I don't. What is this place? It looks like an enormous Tinkerbat factory. If an entire island of Tinkerbats has been exploring steam technology, I'd better get ready for anything. And what do we do immediately? Go into a rampage as one of their own. The Tinkerbat actually gets a lot of use here, because a lot of the stuff you need to do here, you either need to be doing as a monkey, an elephant, or the spider. The harpy gets very little use here. Though there are still one tile-high passageways you need the monkey itself for. That's the only thing about the Tinkerbat that makes me sad. Don't get the point of those. Also, it's weird. When those towers are collapsing, their hitbox is still technically counted as being there until they fully disappear. So you can actually cling onto the midair, onto the air where they once were, and it's age programming, that's for sure. Honestly, this final area is pretty easy. I don't think the steam damages you at all. We get awesome music for it, because it's the night music at least. You got, in terms of enemies, all you have is Tinkerbats and these steam Tinkerbats, which don't really do much. In fact, this place has no real gimmicks going for it, except for these things. These little cannons that are pretty much Sonic Spinball. Jump off the enemies and you'll eventually get up there. The best way to get up there, I find, is if you move yourself 3 clicks to the left and you get this kind of pattern. That's generally the one that gets you into the ending. Also, it's weird. This is also the only place where the Tinkerbats seem to team up. Because you can encounter these versions of them that are just pretty much 3 of them stacked one on top of each other for some reason. Then again, actually, I'm just now thinking about it. Even though Tinkerbats are kind of the titular mook enemy of the series, or at least the main one you think of, we only really see them twice in this game. In the start of the game when the town's on fire, and here. And here's one of the few times you really get to see the Tinkerbat can, in fact, climb on the same thing as the spider can. Though at the same time, I actually really hate this section because of one thing. And that's this section right here, because for some reason, I always tend to glitch out and stuff like that happens. And I was really hoping to do this final section deathless, but alright. Oh, that's one thing about this game I forgot to mention. When you die, you don't regain all your health upon respawning. You only have 3 hearts. I hate it when games do that. Either give me at least half health or give me none at all, or give me all of it. Give me none at all would mean just a game over right to the title screen, which even then I prefer over to that. In certain cases. Also, I just now realized the little sprite they give her for this is the exact same one she has when she does her little flip kick. Huh. Really though, pretty easy final area. Once you make it to here, you're pretty much home free. There's nothing that can really kill you in the next couple of screens of it. And there's plenty of life pickups. Also, for some reason, it's self-destructing. I don't know why, but it is. And here you just need to use the elephant and hit the door 3 times. Pretty simple. And you're pretty much done from there. So you couldn't mind your own business, could you? You had to see what my army of Tinkerbats was building? Well, here's your answer. Thanks to all 4 magical stones, I'm about to put the finishing touches on my steam-powered behemoth. With me at the helm, no town on land or sea will ever oppose my rule again. Ho ho ho! Prepare to yourself for the awesome might of my all-purpose steam-powered Tinker Tank. God damn it, Risky. So, welcome to the penultimate boss of the game, Tinker Tank, who doesn't really do anything, honestly. He only has 1 attack as far as I'm aware, and that's that steam vent right there. And this is more of a puzzle boss than anything. You have to harpy your way up to his head, fall into him, and then start destroying him from the inside out. There are 4 gears throughout him. Each one is linked to one of the 4 magical stones we've gotten throughout our adventure. When to destroy the gears, which will open up its matching magical stone, and then destroy said stone. Which is kind of weird considering they said at one point that the Golem Stone, which is the second one that we got, was completely indestructible, so how a monkey could tear it apart, I don't know. As far as I can recall, both the gears and the stones each take 5 hits. Beyond that, it's pathetically easy, honestly. I don't even get why this is really here. Also, it just now occurs to me, Tinker Tank, that would later be a boss in Shovel Knight, which was made by people, by Yacht Club Games, which was a developer made out of people who had left Way Forward. I wonder if that's an intentional reference on their part. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, if intentional, but... Really good music here, though. In fact, the final battles have some of my favorite music in the game. The next phase of the fight is my favorite song in the game, period, honestly, aside from the obvious intro song. But yeah, once you destroy these 2, it's really nothing much left after that. All that happens is that the steam machine itself shows itself, and now we have to destroy it. Which is still really easy. There's no attacks at all. I guess I'm just gonna have to settle for the winter sale instead of the summer sale. Oh no. Though I actually don't really buy much on Steam. And am I clipping into the wall? I think I am. Anyway, final boss time. No! How is this possible? My Tinker Tank! It's nothing but rubble! I'll slice you to bits and dance on your runny innards! Now you shall pay for your interfere- What are you doing? Dance off! You and me! What are you doing? I'm distracting you, turd wagon! Yeah, it's really weird. The Spider Venom that we got last part is essentially her weakness. What Risky likes to do is jump all over the place and do various attacks with her sword. Sometimes she'll do this little dash attack, which she'll bounce across the walls on. Sometimes she'll just dash across the side, very much like X in the Zero series. She just has that normal slash attack. She has this other attack that she gets in the later half of the fight. In fact, you can tell when the fight's halfway over when she loses her hat. In which case, I will actually state that I actually think her design's a bit cooler looking without the hat. And, by the way, I love this song. And, yes, I had to do the Guardians of the Galaxy reference because it's just too perfect for this. And what's really broken about the Spider Venom in this fight is that, as far as I'm aware, she won't start attacking more often than not until you get her on screen in some form or manner. So if you just know when to time your Spider Venom, it's really, honestly, kind of disappointingly easy. And she lost her hat. Later Shantae games would have a lot more interesting final bosses as far as I've experienced. Risky's Revenge is definitely a lot more interesting, as is Pirate's Curse. But it's the first game in the series, I'm willing to forgive that. Just be careful though, because she will blindside you every now and then. Give up, Risky, you're finished. Never. You'll never leave this place alive. And that's the last we see of her until the sequel. Which came out like, how many years later? 6? A while, either way. Anyway, this last section of gameplay is a Harpy escape sequence, very similar to a scene from the Aladdin Genesis game. However, if you just put yourself on the far right, you'll rarely, if ever, get touched. You can generally tell where the lava is going to come from, as far as I can tell, by the bottom of the screen where you can see the lava slightly rising to the top. But beyond that, this is kind of pointless, honestly. Yeah. Riveting gameplay. The flapping is automatic, I will say that, though. So all you have to do is control left and right. And that's it. Game over. And for some reason, the entire place is exploding. Yeah. Whoa, sparkly things. Interesting. Welcome, Shantae. Where am I? What is this place? I can't see a thing. Do not be afraid. You're with friends. You've entered the Genie realm. The Genie realm? How did I get here? Hey, it's the genies we rescued earlier. And they're all identical. I guess Genie, quadruplets run in Genie families. Huh. We brought you here to present you with a gift. A reward for your valor in the face of evil. A reward? You have withstood many trials and exceeded your potential as a half-genie. Now, by combining our magic, we'll make you a full genie. Do you really mean it? Yes, you can stay in the Genie realm and finally be with your own kind. You'll be a half-genie no longer. But what about my friends in Mimic? Will I get to see them again? Genies must never interfere with the mortal world. I know you'll miss them, but you'll be much happier here, where there is peace and harmony. We'll leave the choice up to you. I want to be a true genie more than anything, but not at the cost of my friends and family. I can't just leave them alone in a world that needs me. Half a genie's better than none, after all. Then you will decline our gift? I'm afraid so. Then we will send you back. Farewell, Shantae. Well, thanks, I guess. By the way, for some reason, the way she looks there in the background is always weirding me out. Whoa! Suddenly, the beginning of Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. Shantae! What is it, Mr. Connery? Shantae, wake up! Are you alright? When I saw Risky's island go up in smoke, I was afraid you'd had it. Mimic, I'm sorry. I destroyed the steam engine. I had to. Don't worry about that. I can see now that the world isn't ready for steam engines. I'm just glad you came back to me in one piece. Mimic, I've decided to tell the mayor that I'm not a full-fledged genie. If he's going to keep me as the town's guardian, I want him to know the truth. Alright. If you feel that strongly about it, I'll leave it up to you. And that's the last we see of him. Well, technically. I overheard what you were talking about with Mimic. Don't worry, you've saved Scuttletown. You're our hero. Really? Yes, absolutely. I don't care if you're half a genie or not. You'll always be our champion. Phew. But can I get you for half price? And anime fall. And as weirdly abrupt of an ending as it is, that is the end of Shantae, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. This is a bit of an odd case in to me, honestly. It's a great game, but the sequels are definitely better. In fact, I can say it's pretty much a Sonic 1, Mario 1, Mega Man 1 in the series. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just that the sequels are all extremely much more better. That was poor grammar, but you get the point. If you want to play this, there's honestly not that many ports, sadly. There's the original Game Boy Color cart, which will cost you upwards of $300 new. Like 12 used. There's the 3DS version, which, good luck with, which, while is much less expensive, you won't be able to use the Tinkerbat transformation unless you use debug mode, so that's kind of disappointing. But I still, honestly, overall recommend it. The Tinkerbat doesn't change too much in the gameplay, so yeah. Will I ever do the sequels? If I can ever get some more practice with them, sure. I do really like Risky's Revenge and Pirate's Curse so far. Honestly, my favorite part about this game, though, I know this is something I say a lot, is the soundtrack. Then again, anything Way Forward does, it generally has one of two things, two things to it. Smooth as hell animation with the sprites, and generally catchy music. Even their third-party stuff, which is what they generally do in their mainstream time, when they're not making their own stuff like Mighty Switch Force and these. Because they did DuckTales Remastered, and mind you, that's an amazing game. Give these people their money. Your money. They're worth it. And we get a fancy little ending image with everyone. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next Let's Play, whatever that may be. In fact, what do I want to do next? Maybe Golden Sun? I don't know. I'll think of something. Although Golden Sun is a distinct possibility for the future, folks. See you guys then.